Hello and welcome to Moonlight Mate Stories. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Get comfortable, let the moonlight guide your imagination, and step into a world of passion, danger, and forbidden love. Tonight, you will hear the story of falling for a deadly alpha, a forbidden werewolf love story. A human girl. A deadly alpha. A love that the world says cannot exist. But the heart has its own rules, and under the full moon, all secrets come alive. Aria Blake had always loved quiet towns. The hum of city life, the endless noise, the rush of strangers, none of that existed here. Just the small bookstore she now called home, and the forest that whispered ancient secrets. But tonight, the forest was alive in a way she had never felt before. A low growl pierced the night. Aria froze, her heart hammering in her chest. Shadows moved between the trees, quick, deliberate. And then she saw him. Tall, dark, and impossibly powerful, his presence commanded the night itself. His eyes, amber like molten gold, locked onto hers. Before she could react, a massive wolf lunged from the shadows. Aria screamed. But the figure stepped forward in a blur, intercepting the beast. In one swift motion, the wolf yelped and retreated. The alpha, turned to her. "You shouldn't be here," he said, his voice low and dangerous. "This forest isn't safe for humans." Aria's throat went dry. I live nearby," she stammered. He studied her, his gaze intense, almost curious. "You shouldn't be wandering at night." There was a warning in his tone, but also something else, something that made her pulse quicken. Desire? Danger? Both. And in that moment, Aria realized she had just stepped into a world she didn't understand, a world ruled by a deadly alpha. Cliffhanger, who was this man, and why did he feel so dangerous, yet irresistible? The next day, Aria tried to shake off the encounter, but the image of his amber eyes haunted her. She couldn't stop thinking about him, and neither could he. Cale Thorne, alpha of the Shadowclaw pack, had never met a human who intrigued him like this. Humans were fragile, weak, and dangerous, but she wasn't afraid of him. He found himself watching her from the shadows, always a step away, always drawn to her scent, her presence, her very heartbeat. But rules existed for a reason. No human could enter the world of wolves. Yet, something about her made him question everything. That night, the forest called again. And Aria found herself back where she didn't belong. Cale appeared, silent as the shadows. "Why do you keep coming here?" he asked, his voice both warning and curious. Aria's heart raced. I don't know. Maybe. I'm drawn to it. And maybe to you." He froze. Her words, innocent yet daring, stirred something primal inside him. Would Cale reveal his true nature to her, or push her away to protect both of them? Aria's curiosity got the better of her. She followed Cale deeper into the forest, ignoring every instinct screaming at her to run. Cale stopped at a clearing bathed in moonlight. Wolves surrounded them, sleek, powerful, and intimidating. "You shouldn't be here," Cale warned again. "This is my pack. Humans don't belong." Aria swallowed her fear. "I'm not leaving. Not yet. I want to understand. I want to know you." A low growl erupted from the pack. Cale raised a hand, and the wolves stilled immediately, obeying their alpha. "You don't know what you're asking for," he said, his amber eyes darkening. "Once you enter this world, there's no turning back." Aria stepped closer. "I don't care. I'll risk it." Cale's chest tightened. She was reckless. Brave. Foolish. And utterly irresistible. Could a human girl survive the dangerous world of an alpha's pack, and the growing desire between them? The full moon hung high, casting silver light across the forest. Aria couldn't sleep, her mind kept drifting to Cale and the world she'd stepped into. Suddenly, a rustling in the bushes made her freeze. Before she could react, a massive shadow lunged at her. Arya! Kale's roar split the night. He appeared in a blur, his strength overwhelming. The attacker, a rogue wolf, larger and fiercer than any Arya had imagined, barreled toward her. Kale moved like lightning, knocking the wolf aside and sending it yelping into the woods. His eyes met hers, amber glowing fiercely. "You're reckless," he growled, but his hand lingered near hers. "You shouldn't be here alone." Arya's breath caught. I wanted to be close to you." He looked at her like she was the most dangerous temptation in his life, and maybe the one he couldn't resist. How long could Kale protect her before danger caught up with them again? Word spread quickly through the pack, a human girl was near the Alpha. Whispers, suspicion, and distrust grew. But danger came from another source. A rival Alpha, Darius, coveted Kale's territory and saw Arya as a weakness to exploit. Kale's jaw tightened. "She's under my protection," he snapped at his pack. "No one hurts her." Arya felt the tension, the raw power emanating from him. She wanted to step closer, to offer comfort, but Kale's gaze warned her. She was still human, fragile, and in a world of monsters, fragile often didn't survive. That night, Darius struck. Wolves clashed under the moonlight. Arya screamed, caught in the chaos. Kale moved with lethal precision, shielding her from every attack. Finally, Darius retreated, but not without a warning. "This is only the beginning, Alpha. You can't hide her forever." Could Kale keep her safe from enemies who saw her as a tool, and from the dangers of his own pack? The pack gathered under the full moon, a ritual that marked the strength and unity of their clan. Arya watched in awe as Kale commanded respect with every glance, every movement. "You don't belong here," he whispered, but his voice held something softer, almost tender. "I want to," she replied boldly. "I want to be with you, even if it's forbidden." The ritual began, wolves howling in unison. Kale's power pulsed like a heartbeat through the clearing. Arya's own heart raced, pounding in rhythm with his. As the ceremony ended, Kale stepped closer, the forest quieting around them. "I should send you away," he murmured. "But I can't." Arya's eyes met his, and the world seemed to stop. The pull between them was undeniable, magnetic, dangerous. Could they resist the attraction growing stronger with every heartbeat, or would the night claim them both? The forest was quiet, save for the distant howl of wolves. Kale and Arya stood under the silver glow of the moon, tension crackling between them like lightning. "I shouldn't," Kale began, his voice rough. Arya stepped closer. "You want to," she whispered, her hand brushing his chest. He didn't resist. The moment they kissed, it was electric, dangerous, consuming, and impossible to ignore. Her pulse raced against his, and for a fleeting second, the world around them ceased to exist. But deep inside, Kale knew the consequences. The pack would never forgive a human in his arms. Could their love survive the rules of the pack, and the enemies closing in? Back at the pack's territory, whispers spread like wildfire. Livia, Kale's loyal second-in-command, confronted him. "She's a human, Kale. You're risking everything." Kale's amber eyes flared. "She's not just any human, Livia. She's different. And I won't let anyone hurt her." Meanwhile, Arya struggled to prove herself. Every pack member looked at her with suspicion, every shadow hiding danger. That night, Arya awoke to a low growl. A stranger prowled near her cabin, Darius's men, scouting, waiting to strike. She barely had time to scream before Kale arrived, tearing through the shadows to save her. How long could Kale shield her from enemies, and the danger lurking within his own pack? The night of the battle arrived. The rival Alpha Darius led his pack into Kale's territory, intending to claim it, and Arya. Kale's wolves circled, ready. Arya hid behind a tree, terrified yet determined to stay near him. Fangs clashed, claws raked, and the forest shook with the battle cries of wolves. Kale fought with unmatched ferocity, protecting Arya at every turn. Finally, with a surge of strength and a commanding roar, Kale defeated Darius, sending him retreating into the darkness. Arya ran to him, her heart racing. "I'm not leaving," she said. "I'm staying, with you." Kale's eyes softened, amber glowing with pride and longing. "Then you'll have to face this world, human. All of it." Cliffhanger. Could their love survive the harsh rules of the pack and the dangers that still lingered? Weeks passed. The pack slowly accepted Arya, seeing her bravery and loyalty. Kale remained ever protective, but now he allowed himself to feel openly. Under the full moon, he took her hand. "You've risked everything for me," he said, voice low and tender. "I promised to protect you, and I intend to keep that promise." Arya smiled, courage in her eyes. "Then let's face it together." The pack held in unison, a celebration of unity, and Kale pulled Arya close, sealing their forbidden love with another kiss beneath the moonlight. The world was still dangerous, but together, they were unstoppable. The forest was silent, bathed in silver light. Kale and Arya stood side by side, the wind rustling through the trees. "Do you regret it?" Kale asked, amber eyes softening. "Not for a second," Arya replied. He smiled, pulling her close. "Then we face whatever comes next, together." And as the moon reached its peak, they stood united, a human and a deadly alpha, proving that love could conquer all. Sparkles the end, or perhaps, the beginning of many moonlit adventures. Crescent Moon, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Moonlight Mate Stories for more forbidden love, passion, and adventure under the moonlight. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a tale of love, danger, and destiny.